Ram Coda for hosting this year, and thank the cooks, and this is amazing. I'm really, really honored to witness this tonight. And we have a lot of beautiful poets here. We have a lot of amazing students that are talented in so many ways. And you guys all get to shine here this weekend, this coming week. You get to have fun, and you get to make new friends. And you get to go home with many, many memories. I have memories from AIHEC too, and I always hold those near and dear to my heart. And I just wanted to get started in a good way. And as part of my duties as your MC tonight, I wanted to acknowledge the land that we're standing on. The Chesapa, the Black Hills, the Ocheti Shakoi people have inhabited this land for generations and generations, as well as the Pawnee, Arikara, and the Cheyenne, as well as many other tribes that have passed through here through the years and throughout history. So, if you belong to any of those tribes, this is your home. And even, as a people, we are always so generous to share and make relatives here. So we're all relatives here. And I wanted to start off with a prayer. I'll be just rendering a prayer song for you all to get tonight started, and then I'll go through the programming after that. But we'll peel out for your reverence in this time, and we'll get started with this short prayer. Read the rules that we have set for this year's Poetry Slam. And so if there's any questions, just come up here. We'll direct you to the right people to help you along. But the general rules is that no props or musical instruments are permitted, so it'll be an a cappella poem. And each poet has a 3-minute limit to their poem. And there will only be one poem per round, and poets may not deliver the same poem if they make it into the next round. And so they must deliver a new poem in each round. And the scoring will be based on a scale of 0 to 10. And 0 will be the lowest, and 10 will be the highest. Judges may use decimal points in their score. And after each poet, the judges will write their score on their provided score sheet, and a designated scorekeeper will add the judges' scores after each poet. And then after each round, I will announce those poets who advance to the next round. There will be a small intermission also between each round. There will be 4 rounds in the slam. After the first round, the 8 poets with the highest total scores will succeed to the second round. And after the second round, the top 4 poets succeed to that next round. After the third round, the top 2 poets succeed to the final championship round, and the poet earning the highest marks in the championship round is declared the AIHEC Slam Poet of the Year and will receive a $100 gift card and will have one of their poems published in the Tribal College Journal. This is really amazing. And so first, we'll be having a sacrificial poet render a poem, and I will introduce Jalen at this time. Jalen Sky Small Canyon is a Dene writer from Pinon, Arizona, and Copper Mine, Arizona, with the Navajo Nation. She is Many Goats Clan, born for the One Who Walks Around Clan. Her maternal grandfathers are Bitterwater Clan, and her paternal grandfathers are Red House Clan. And she holds an AA in Dene Studies and is currently pursuing a BFA in creative writing at Dene College.
Ooh.
Her work will be coming out in a forthcoming Dene Artisans and Authors Capacity Building Institute and Anthology in 2025. And having lived in and around the Navajo Nation her entire life, she currently resides in Sale, Arizona, where she continues her studies and her creative work. Let's give a round of applause for Jalen.
Ejik Edosh Jalen Smakin Yushia, Adona Edishniki Egg is a fan of Ado Hanati Ebashchi, Nana Twitchini Edosh Ado Kitachini Dashanel. Hello everybody, my name is Jalen Smakin and I have the honor of reading the sacrificial poem for today. Give me some courage, thank you. And this is an unpublished poem, so I'll be reading this to you today. Only the plants listen. 1. The serpent hisses, whispering lies to prairie dogs. His voice, curling, coiling, rising like smoke, unmoved as the desert mountain, still as stone. He is patient, he waits. You bloom, foolish, tender, beneath the weight of his breath. He speaks and you split open, like a book flung wide. Spines snap, pages splayed, left for hands to graze and forget. Red rouge smears from the lover's lips of dusk. Onyx beads quiver at her jawline. Heavy, hushed, brimming with unshed words. The poppies and marigolds stand mute in the wind. Their roots drinking deep the echoes of her breaking. Only the plants know, only they remember. Roots deep, drinking in silence, only they remember. 2. She does not speak much. Instead, she listens to the hush of wind curling over the dunes, to the low hum of sheep scattered against the land, to the water as it meets dried leaves, releasing their scent. The plants know patience. Their roots sink deep, drinking what the sky forgets. Their leaves bend but do not break. She presses loose, green thread into a steel ball, pours hot water, watches the steam rise, silent, curling, coiling, like a memory returning, like a breath before a whisper. We sit in the hush of the kitchen, morning light cooling at our feet. The tea turns amber, deepening with time. She drizzles honey, watching it disappear. Nothing is said, but everything lingers. Thank you.
Another round of applause for Jalen. We have a really good lineup of poets this evening, so we'll get started with our round one. And the first poet I would like to call up is Danielle Plumage from Ani Nakota College.
Naha ni nahabana penit ein Dani sahit ni biani that na Danny Plumage Ninana na Aninin Nakota Jemacha Beluga na Salish. Hello my relatives, it's good to see you all. My name is Danny Plumage and I'm Ani, Nakota, Salish and Abzaliga. I'll be sharing a poem with you today called Octopus Skin. Awi, a dip into snake butte water, splashes on the grandfathers, glowing white hot, sending vapor into the air, trapped, bubble against the earth, so warm I could sleep, but I'm right next to the rocks, my shin sending warning signals up my legs. I'm part goose, my feathers burnt off, my fresh skin covered in boiling seaback steam. Sinuses so clear, I can smell my brain. It smells good, like cedar and sweet pine. The songs bring me home. I am 5, I am 25, I am right this second. Na se, na hey, sing hard, and I follow their floaty, butterfly wing beat cadence, and we bounce, our voices a monarch flight, the smudge lifting it all up to creator. And suddenly we've sang 4 sets, 4 rounds, my shin, a distant forgotten cry. I squint through heavy steam. Everyone crawls out with bellies full of berries and dried salmon. We relax in chairs that are all distant relatives of one another, whose only common denominator is function, bathing in warm, dim light under the hiss of kerosene lamps. I inspect my arms, octopus victims. I think to myself, a camouflage pattern of red and white, my winter skin kissed by ceremony. I go home after adding a bowl of soup to my belly, licking my lips, I coat my greasy smile. And when I get home, I trace the ceremony kisses along my arms, still hearing Nahe singing her confident call to Nase. Pitch black, warm, and singing into the night. There is no better feeling than the sleep you get after ceremony, after giving part of yourself to the people, knowing that in that moment, the whole world had someone who loved them. Ganeheyan for your time.
That was so beautiful. Thank you so much, Danny. Now, our next poet comes from the Bay Mills Community College, Jeremy Tremaine. Welcome you up here. You can show applause however you like. If you want to war hoop and Lily, you can do that. Or if you want to do a little bit of this, that's fine too. But, you know, however you feel. Go ahead.
Hello, my name is Jeremy Tremaine. I have a poem called Sunsets. Here it is. I promise I won't be rude. I promise I will be true to you. I promise it's not real hate. I promise to give you breaks. Created fiction from a messed up brain. A blurred image from a fucked up place. I'm overthinking because the night is late. I chose my fate. I chose to play this game. I promise I won't be rude, but my feelings left when you left. I promise to tell the truth. It was my fault. I promised myself it's not real hate, but now I'm sure you hate, even if you think my name. I promise to give you breaks, so I stay far away from you because you're young, youthful, and exuberant, so this break is longer and bigger than time or space. Go be great. Go have fun. Date. Go somewhere. Do something to forget my face. Go hit the club and stay up super late. And sleep and cuddle by another soulmate. My soul's dead. Bring out the white chalk. Now you can find me in them sunsets that we used to watch. Sunset. Thank you.
Jeremy, that was beautiful. Okay, so our next poet comes from the Blackfeet Community College, Belinda Bullshoe.
Good evening, everyone. I want to thank the AIHEC people for inviting us college students here to do the poems. My poem is going to be called My Daddy and My Mommy. I look up into the sky. Sun has an orange shine to it. I rub my hands as my dad told me to help gather cows. I was hurting, but needed to make him happy. I tried hard to make my dad happy. When he gets upset with me, I get punished. I can't eat, I can't sleep. My sisters and brothers encourage me to keep doing what I'm told. The sunset makes me miss my grandma's cooking. Making bread over firewood, thinking only if I can smell the fire again. I rapture the loneliness of my past, hoping one day I'll wake up and I'm back to playing outside. My mother is strict. I see her punish my siblings for innocence, only if I can help them, but I would get punished as well. My back hurts. I want to lay here and mend my wounds, but I know I need to help my dad tomorrow. Farm work is my education. I miss my kid's life. Looking out the window, the sun's going down, fear sets in. I know the boogeyman comes out. My hands hurt. I wish I can go out and grab my medicine my grandma showed me. Crying in silence is my best mending medicine. My sister hurts. My brother is being strong for me. What would I do without them? I miss my past. My hands hurt. Christmas came. I decorated a paper I found on the ground. I keep it in my pillow. My hands hurt. I'm crying because I didn't work fast enough today. I'm crying because my hands hurt from the barbed wire. My back hurts because I didn't lift fast enough the hay bale. My sister is crying. She didn't close her eyes while she was praying. I'm crying. I miss my real daddy and my real mommy, my real grandma and my real grandpa. I'm crying because I'm told I'll never see them till I'm 18 or I'll never leave the residential school again. My hands hurt.
Okay, both Pila, Belinda for sharing. Now our next poet coming up to the stage comes from North Dakota, the Chandeshka Chicana Community College, Natasha Littlewind. Welcome, Natasha. If she is not here, we will go to the next poet. Natasha, not here. Oh no. Oh, that would have been really nice if she made it. Turn. Okay, thank you for that information. Our next poet that we'll call up is from Chief Don Life College. I went there too. So we'll be welcoming Burton, Tall White Man, to the stage. Thanks for announcing that. They found a phone, so the phone will be up in the front, and the lock screen had 2 girls on there. So, and here comes Burton.
This is really short. AIHEC, pivoted womated, 하지만 나 해시치스데, 먹다 비우면 나 했어. Sorry, I'm a little nervous. Good to see you all. I'm glad you all came. My name is Hatoa in Cheyenne, and my poem is called He'll Always Choose You. Okay. I was expected a cold by blood to never break. And if she found out just how I felt, she'll definitely draw me to. I am her best friend, the one who's always by her side. And to never break that trust we have, keep these feelings down and hide. I just want to hold, keep him from the cold. I want to let him know, but I know the way that he looks at you, that he'll always choose you. I want to tell you everything, that these feelings got a hold of me. I hate to say, but there's no other way. I can't keep this away from you, 'cause every time that he looks at you, I just can't believe he chose you. Thank you.
That was really beautiful, Burton. Thank you for sharing. Our next poet will be Joshua McNack with College of Muscogee. I don't know what kind of Marcus that is, but it's a pretty cool one. Creek. I like it. I was doing Lees, but I used to live among the Cheyennes. They do Lulus, so I had to learn a little bit of both of that, but it's so cool.
Hello, everybody. My name is Josh McNack. I am from the Muskogee Creek Nation in Oklahoma, and I have my poem Say. The warmth of the sun and the shattering of the ozone layer breaking down my skin, causing damage, but it feels good to be laying down, looking up, eyes closed. I feel the pressure of your hand on my chest, but no words. I turn my focus back to the water crashing onto the rocks. In that moment, I was reminded when you took your fist to my ear because I wasn't listening when you specifically told me this exchange was secret. It suddenly got dark. I opened my eyes as passing clouds shielded us from the sun. Closing my eyes, I am reminded of the moments we focused on our bodies in the dark. It was the one time you felt seen. Now, the shade is gone. I feel your hand move to my chin, trying to take my attention from this breathtaking sky. But I pull away in hopes you will understand you are not the focus in this moment. You were the focus when you kissed me on our first night, but clarity kept you from flourishing. The flowers you gave me this afternoon kept me glued to the gentle side of this human I put much effort into. The effort you put into the arguments when I say the wrong thing. Like a gardener, I tried to keep your spirits up. The sun was too hot. It scorched your body, and I apologized for burning your arm when you raised a hand at me. Back in the moment, I look to you, and you're staring off into the distance. You're looking for anyone who would see us together, but no one's there. This shouldn't be hidden. He looks at me with eagerness to leave and asks if I'm okay. No? Thank you.
Welcome again to our relative from the Muskogee Nation. And next we will be welcoming a student from Dene College, our relative from the South, Damian Jones.
Ja,在是地面电影中进行特征是特棒，不是虚呢，就是特棒，都特征就是呢。My name is Damian Jones, and I'm representing Dene College. Yeah, thank you. Just like your dad. My child, let me tell you about your dad. His smile, so bold and brave, one you could see a mile away. A voice that you could follow. He always made me smile. He fumbled like a fool, never using me as a tool. A man who showed me love. My child, you remind me of him, playful in nature, brightening my day for more to come. Always there like the sun, just like your dad. My child, his eyes I cannot stand. His voice rumbled with fury. His hands clenched with irritation. He never understood my frustration over some little miscommunication. It made me question. Why did you leave me? I thought he loved me. I was left in the cold. He was not bold. After the dust had settled, I was puzzled. Nothing else mattered, only you. Okay, thank you.
Thank you again, Damian, for sharing. Now we have from Haskell Indian Nations University in Kansas, we have Addison LeBeau.
In 3 parts, and this is part 1 of Unanswered Motives. I just don't feel. What am I supposed to? What am I supposed to feel? What am I supposed to heal? I'm paused while the world continues to move around me. Should I try and get their attention? Should I disappear even further? What am I supposed to heal? Am I being suppressed, forced to be forgotten? Am I forgettable? Was I? Where are my people? I want to scream, but where will it get me? If I become too loud, they'll tape my mouth shut, pretending not to feel my presence. They throw my body in a ditch and bury me alive, sedated. They injected radioactive fluid into my spine. My sense of self disfigured, turned into something else. Deteriorated in soil, my mind turned to oil, my lungs filled with tar, my spirit changes to smog as I'm forced to give in, ears filled with dirt. I hear whispers coming from the earth. They say, underworld is the spy. Up above they pretend to fly. In the ground you'll find you will thrive. They don't know it yet. Up on the surface, something will eat them alive. Thank you.
So beautiful, Addison, Yupia Chanu. Next, we have from the Institute of American Indian Arts, Serafina Sorensen. Is she with us today? So Serafina isn't with us, so we will try the next poet, which is Gabby LeBlanc with Bakuda Ray Ojibwe. Wait.
Okay.
Okay.
She's on the list.
Okay. Well.
Woo!
Awesome. Okay. We got Isabel Contreras with us.
Woo!
Hello, good evening. My name is Isabel Contreras. I am Miniconjo Lakota from the Cheyenne River Sioux Tribe. I'm also Filipino, and I'm representing the Institute of American Indian Arts. And this poem I will read to you is one that I written titled Reflection of the Soul. I wonder if you look in the same mirror as me, passed down from generation to generation to the modern day. The cracks reveal just a fraction of the dirt of my land. Still smells fresh as the sun hits every mineral. Each grain burning increasingly until I can see my reflection again. A reflection of what I could have been. The same dirt I would get to feel on my feet as I run around and play with the other brown kids. Do you feel the same way too? Or are you scared? Are you scared to look in that same mirror to see the same brown skin? Do you wish the skin was as white as the walls that surround you? Would that make you happy? Or do you just want to be part-time white, part-time brown? Oh, I'm sure you'll find the best coat of white paint, just one layer, and you'll become the man of your dreams. Pale to the point of impalement of your culture. Reincarnate as James Smith from Ohio. You'll have the best life with your beautiful wife and 2 kids, Haley and Jackson. You'll hand them down your warrior paint as it's your culture, so they can pass it on to their kids and the next and the next, making sure they know their roots and their traditions. The tradition that you have perfected so that you can always look in the mirror with pride, so that you'll never be scared of your skin again, so that you'll fit in, so that you can never worry about being the odd one out, so you can go back to your 2-story house, greet your wife and kids after work, take a nice warm shower, the white paint melting away as the water takes over. You get out of the shower, look in the mirror, bust out the white paint from your medicine cabinet, and start over and over and over and over and over and over again. Just so that you can finally be happy. Take that mirror and pass it down from generation to generation. But before you do so, look in the mirror again and ask yourself, are you happy? Thank you.
Wolfula is about sharing. Our next poet we'll be introducing is Tyler Lemaire with Little Priest Tribal College.
Hinikarakiwi, aning buju, Munchpiga hingaire, Munchpi indisnakas. I'm Tyler Lemaire. I am from Little Priest Tribal College. I'm at my last semester at Little Priest before I graduate. I'm from the Winnebago tribe of Nebraska and the Mille Lacs band of Ojibwe, Bear Clan of Ho-Chunk Nation, and Caribou Clan of Anishinaabe Nation. The poem that I'm going to speak to you today for this round is The Poetry That I Cannot Speak. There are so many lines of the poetry that I write that I cannot repeat. The conversations I've had with the water spirits in Mille Lacs Lake are between them and me. The trees in the forest of Misot Hachieja have carried much of my heartbreak, fear, and grief. They carry the lines of prose that I cannot repeat. Hundreds of songs that I've written that I cannot sing because those songs are written for the Manitou and me. The day walkers have marched into the sunrise, carrying my morning poetry into the spirit world for me. My poems and my songs are my ceremony, and this poem is the extent of that you will see. Hundreds of the songs that I've written are between the Wako Penny and me. My songs and poetry are written in the skies in languages so old, so ancient, that it's only understood between Makunika and me. My poems lie in the ashes that fall from my sage bundles. My songs are repeated back to me by Magizi, and in these small moments, I'm far more fluent beyond my own expertise. Poems that cannot be translated in any language that I know. Songs that cannot be understood in simple prose. These are the lines of the poetry that I cannot speak. Mi'u, Jegakira.
Very, very beautiful, Tyler Lamaya. Our next poet we'll be bringing up is from Navajo Technical University, Vivian Joe.
Hello, Yatse. My name is Vivian Joe from Navajo Technical University. And the title of my poem is No Justice on Stolen Land. I pledge allegiance to your flag of your United States of America and to your republic for which it stands, one nation, under your God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for who? I'm starting to feel that I don't have justice. Do you? My people have been torn from our lands, forced by this system's commands. Mistreatment, murder, rape, blankets of smallpox meant to kill us away. But hey, let's not forget the Treaty of 1868. America, you came with paper, ink, and unknown words. You spoke of peace, but deceitful peace, forced by swords, still waving towards the people's necks. Standing here, the present day, oh, you know, times have changed, they say. But why do I still feel betrayed? My culture, my identity, my education seized, future and future generations deceived by this manifest destiny of these so-called billionaires' destiny to eradicate history. Kill the Indian. Save the man. Sounds like this week's headlines. Is that the plan? 165 years, assimilation still going strong. But DEI, that didn't last long. Diversity is out the window, equality is down the drain, and what happened to inclusivity? To DEI, wait, DIE is the US model. Honestly, it's upsetting. The audacity for you to question my birthright citizenship when in fact you came here by ship, haven't already taken ownership of those across the sea. Land of the free? No. Home of the brave? Yes. Our brave Diné Kotakers helped save this country that you still oppress. Haven't you done enough already? Or are you trying to be petty? I know I must be steady, but how can I be when justice is being withheld from my people and me? So I ask again, to reach you once more, America. Tell me now, who really is justice for? Thank you.
Thank you so much. Now, I am apologizing ahead of time. I cannot read this last name very well, but the student comes from the Nebraska Indian Community College, Bridget Koshantomba. Oh, okay. Awesome. Thank you so much, all of you, for sharing all your brave voices so far tonight. Amazing. Blowing me away. I'm so honored and happy to witness this night of such amazing poetry, sharing vulnerable parts of yourself. And that's what this is all about. And this is an important part of being a student, is learning. We get to learn from one another through our sharing, and very, very happy to MC for you guys tonight. Welcome, Bridget. And if you can correct my pronunciation on your last name. Okay, awesome. Oh, welcome.
Different dialects. I am so nervous.
Woo!
Hello, my name is Bridget Oshuntomba, and I am a citizen of the Choctaw Nation of Oklahoma and a student at Nebraska Indian Community College. I've been on the road since 5 p.m. yesterday and I haven't slept, so whew. Deep breaths. This poem is called Native Niece. When I tell others, it's usually, I found my uncle's dead body, but it was actually my stepdad. I was on the other side of the door making jokes to his boss, ignoring the pit in my stomach. I'll never forget that silence or the way he cried out for me to call my mother, but mostly I'll never forget what my aunt and uncle did afterwards. All the years in the world, 9 now to be exact, can't undo the pain. Many a nighttime spent smoking on the phone with my mother, crying the same thing for the 10th time over as if I can speak their misery into existence like they created my own. Lack of accountability, still the accelerant to keep this fire burning. Because I love you. Do you? Did you? You didn't show that before. You say you love me and want me to be baptized before marriage. Me, your native niece. Indigenous, not religious. Because you love me, you say, but to this day I can't say I believe in your love. Was it love when you made the decision to probate behind our back? I know it's in the past, but I can't say I understand. Still, a child, a family forced to leave so much. Family, friends, pets, forced to give up so much. School, hobbies, safety, so much more. Do you remember what it took? Hours of packing and trashing and packing and crying. Is this worth keeping? Do you know who got this? Is that everything? Yes. No. My dad's pool stick was the one thing to not go. Dead and gone. The one thing we had gone with him. But you love me? It's whatever though. These are behaviors I've come to expect from those around me, even my loved ones. You're a Christian, so that means Jesus died for you to sin, right? What you did wasn't that bad. It was just following the law to your benefit. How much did the house sell for again? $234,000? What about the 66? I know you didn't list the Chevelle in the probate. I still have the pictures from Craigslist. Guess I should have signed that pink slip myself. What? We're all perfectly imperfect in his image, right? Disgusting, honestly. I don't see how God made us all this way and how children of God can cause so much pain. What about your 10 commandments? The 7 deadly sins. I'm speechless, still. Crying, still. Angry, still. Cracked forever. You preach to me like the apocalypse is coming. 5G is going to kill us, and. Have you forgotten about the chemicals sitting at the bottom of the ocean just off our coast? As so many loved ones on my dad's side died and will die of cancer landlocked. In the times before 5G, 4G, 3G too. You just want to be recognized like a martyr, don't you? See, you speak the Bible but don't live it. Another reminder for you. Timothy 6:10, for the love of money is the root of evil. Some craving it stray from true faith. Painting over the walls doesn't take away the message. From one native niece to her know-it-all, not loving aunt. Immortalized. Corinthians 6:10, 1 Timothy 5:8, Luke 22:21, 2 Timothy 3:2, I won't let you forget. The revelation that blood does not make family has haunted me, but I know if the revelation you speak of comes, you're not any better off baptized than I am looking to Creator.
Yaakov.
Kalamaya again to Bridget for making it up here from all the way in the back of the room. And now we have from the 3 affiliated tribes, Nuta Hidatsa Sanish College, Keith Big Crow.
No, that walk is a lot farther than it looks. My name is Keith Bickrow. I was actually born here in Rapid City from a stone's throw away on the north side here. I graduated high school at Rapid City Central High School. I had a little short tenure at OLC, but I'm also an enrolled member of the 3 affiliated tribes in Newtown. I'm at Nuta Hidatsa Sanish College. And it's nice, it's my first AIHEC. I'm actually a musician, I play guitar. But I know the power of spoken word, and it's just an expression of self, I think, and so it got me through a lot of tough times. And so this one I wrote is called The Unlearned Lesson. Hedonistic selfishness yielded the death of me. An endless succession, never learning my lesson. I was selfishly blind. I refused to see. Happiness I could not keep, only pain and grief. Sobriety out of reach. Thank you.
Woo!
Thank you so much, Keith, for sharing that. And we have another person from here, in these homelands here, from Ogallala Lakota College, who will be going up next. Desawi, Little White Man. Welcome.
Woo!
Hanbiwasha, Tasawi Machapi, Pejuta Haka Maka Naawati, Oglala Himacha. Good afternoon, good evening. My name is Tasawi Little White Man. I am from the Medicine District and I am Oglala Lakota. Prayer for my people. Kangashila, Wochichiakawachi. Grandfather, I wish to speak with you. We say land back, and the land echoes back louder through the trees. Apologies, I'm getting nervous. Kangashila, Wochichiakawachi. Grandfather, I wish to speak with you. We say land back, and the land echoes back louder through the trees. My great-great-grandparents heard horses and buffalo hooves rumbling, and history repeats itself, and I hear the same rumbling. Tribal flags flap in the wind, war hoops and deerskin drums echo in the distance of the four directions. We march and we cry and we dance and we pray. Crowns, oh my gosh. Sorry, let me just, you know what?
Woo!
Have not read poetry slams for 6 years. We cry and we march and we sing and we scream until the last flag standing understands the weight it holds and the land it oversees. The government calls us Sioux, but we are Lakota, people of the plains in quill work dresses and buffalo robes, gifting turtle shell rattlers to our babies and our songs a hymn. We dance and we pray and we laugh and we cry. Crowns, bracelets, and anklets made of sage protect us and our children from calamity. We shield our tears in the juice of choke cherries. Hidden in the moonlit night, we map the stars in search of stories. As smoke from our sweat lodges dance with our prayers. Our morning and evening stars don't say goodbye, because in our language there is no such thing, only I will see you again, and I will see you again when my mind begins distancing. Grandfather, thank you for listening.
Now, we have another relative coming up from the south, San Carlos Apache College.
Hello everybody, my name is Nicole Quintero. The poem I'm going to read talks about histories of Native Americans. The land speaks. This land carries the history of our people, our ancestors' footprints fading into the unknown. Rivers flow with memories, carrying our legends. The trees wave back and forth, greeting in silence, whispering in the wind. Mountains stand firm, unshaken. This land embraces the memories of our people. The world unfolds before them, silent witnesses, unable to speak, yet never forgotten. Here our ancestors live. They carried their bows, released their arrows, survival skills at its best. Among the shadows they hunted. Silent as can be, standing their ground, this land carries the history of our people. They stood strong, carried their strength, guided by wisdom. But strangers stepped among their homeland, bringing instruments of destruction. They trampled the ground we first knew. Our people stood, young and old, stripped of life. This land carries the history of our people. We remember them. Tongue of strangers spoke unknown words, suppressing our sacred language, forced to walk among foreigners. Free will taken, identity stripped, wearing the clothes of the oppressors. Songs of silence, unheard cries. Surrendering to survive was the choice. Families broken by force. Tears unspoken, wounds unseen. Prisoners of war in their own land. Countless treaties meant to erase the Indian. Assimilation gripped the core. Silent yet suffocated, our people did nothing. The invaders took, claimed what wasn't theirs. Traditional ways faded. Fear lived among the people, scars of pain. They returned to dust, their tears like rain. But it is not the end. Our people fought, suffered, hurt, cried. Through silence, they survived. History exposed, the untold revealed. Our generation speaks, we rise. Our voices strong, no longer hidden, like eagles soaring above the storms. So will we. Strength runs deep. We are warriors, risen again, renewed in this journey, embracing truth. We are changing history. Our legacy stands. We are Native Americans. Thank you.
Okay, well, Kayla, for sharing those beautiful words. Now, we have a relative that comes from the north, from our Hunkpapa relatives at Sitting Bull College. We have Jacob Fasthorse presenting his
Amidakuye. Hello, my relatives. It's very good to see you. My name is Jacob Fastos Cordova, and I come from Sitting Bull College in Standing Rock. My poem is about my grandmother. It's titled 6 Things I Wish My Grandma Knew. Number 1, every time I think about love, I think about you and how you've shown me that love is not giving yourself to another person, but sharing the parts of yourself that you don't talk about, and letting who you love remind you that your burdens do not need to be held in clutching fists, in hands that shake but never let go. How do you expect to fix your hands if they're always closed? Number 2, I wish you were here to hold everyone together again. Your home has lost your touch, and it's as if you were never really there. But I still hear your voice in the spots we could never really get to. I see your eyes are still alive in your photos on the wall, and I'm too scared to look at them. I only remember them with a child's eyes, and I don't want to lose them by looking through dust-stained glass. But I realize that always looking away means I'll never see the softness in your gaze as your smile melts my worries away into melting spring waters. Number 3, you are everything I wanted to be. The person I wish I loved a little bit more, but I never realized how precious life could be until you were already gone. But you don't tell a 10-year-old boy that his grandma would someday die. There are moments where I wish death had been patient, or just long enough to have one more day to say all the things I realize you will never get to hear. Number 4, when you were in the hospital, on the bed with your hand lying on your side, you reached for me as I let grief take me whole, even while you were still alive. And I remember the way you asked me what was wrong. And I told you that I don't want you to go, and through stained eyes and dying bones, you squeezed my hand a little bit tighter and told me that everything would be okay. My mom, your daughter, told me that everything would be okay, that your suffering would end soon and that you would be happy. But you still died, and my tears still stain the sheets of your bed 14 years later, and my grief paints my face with sagging eyes and exhausted smiles. Number 5, eye bags have replaced the soft pillows you laid my head on days I stayed home from school. The blankets you wrapped me in when sickness had my throat have been replaced by late-night dread that makes my shirt stick to my skin. Your soft sonnets of sweet lullabies leave my memory as my tears pour out like water surrounding sinking wooden ships. I thought you were the one person I would never forget. But sometimes your voice slips into the corners of my room, and darkness holds your words as if to show me that I have no choice but to let go. Number 6, after your life had gone, I always dreamed of waking up at your house with a cough in my words and a slight headache in my thoughts. But I know I won't hear your voice singing prayers in Lakota into the late morning sun, or see your flour-covered hands kneading dough in hot oil that burns the skin on your fingertips. And I know I would endure endless migraines and a constant scratching in my throat every time I spoke if my afterlife would be upon your couch, in the warmth of your home, with every birthday party holding our family smiles together. And I know it's naive to think that I will ever see you again, but I'd be a fool to not believe in miracles. And although your spirit rests beneath the soil, I can't stop to think how much of a miracle it was to be your grandson. Te chihala Uchi. Sleep well.
Tayana, Echanu, Jacob for sharing, Upia Wichoyake. Now we have from Southwestern Indian Polytechnic Institute, Ethan Roanhorse presenting.
Yate. Shit, Ethan Roanhorse and shit. It's in a business in the shlo. Told something about shishi, klage dasha che, on often dasha nale. So my title poem is Rainbow Feather. My son is going to rule the world and look just like me, the father had hoped. The sun, however, came with the rainbow filter in his eyes, with a soul as soft as a feather, with blasphemy that twisted the meaning of love. Rainbow Feather was his name. Rainbow Feather's heart danced and laughed around other rainbow feathers. All his colors would shine like a disco ball. Although Rainbow Feather is soft, he shattered the father's dreams, which he wished on over and over again. As the father squeezed the peaks so tight, he finally had to let go, and the pieces naturally floated away. Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing, Ethan. Our next poet coming up comes from Stone Child College, Damon Jones.
Woo!
Oh, I see Damon. There it comes. And I see people going way back there, and they just kind of circle around. Hi. Welcome up.
Good evening. My name is Damon James, representing Stone Child College. I'm from the Salish Kootenai tribe, playing raised in Montana. My poem is I Thought. It goes something like this. Love, how completely different it is from what I thought. As a girl, I thought I was going to marry a prince, like my father said, and while still believing, we played and ran around the playground. Not a thought in the world, not knowing how much we meant to each other. I used to think we was going. I used to think that he was just the boy who bugged me, my brother's friend, the boy I hated, as I said. But now I see him as the man, or the guy with whom I have so many memories with. And that makes me happy. And I still hope my father was right. I still want to be his princess. And for him to meet my maybe prince, to walk me down the aisle, to tell me he still wants me to be a nun, to see his little princess grow into a queen, to live in a castle, to ride horses together, to see me grow. I hope you look down and are proud of me. I hope you see me and smile, to see me at my graduation, to see me at my wedding. I thought you were going to be there, Dad, for everything. I thought I was wrong. And that was for my daughter. My daughter, I love her so much, and I had to read that for her. Thank you.
Thank you again, Damon, for sharing. Our next poet we'll have up is Beulah Begay with Tohono O'odham Community College. Also, a shout out to all of you wearing ribbon skirts. You look so beautiful tonight, all your tribal regalia.
Hi everyone, I'm Beulah Yate. Let's get started. Alright everybody, Yate. My name is Beulah. I'm from TOCC, Sells, Arizona. Tachini Nishlim, get the Chini Bashishin, Hush on Hazoba, Dashache, Zeth the Chini Dashanella. My poem is called It's Okay to Not Be Okay. There are many challenges in life coming your way. It is okay not to be okay. I promise this journey of darkness will be worth it. You'll rise back up and never quit. The beauty of life itself is building your own path, whoever really does the math. Stay strong, I tell you, with all my heart. More challenges are coming, and this is a great start. Strength is the best quality to maintain. I can assure you have much more to gain. Even though I continue this journey alone, I always encourage others to stay tough as stone. Life is full of surprises every day. I know there is always a way. I am ready to enlighten my soul once again. Here I come back through this journey of darkness. Let me tell you how much growth shifts to brightness. Oh, it is not easy, so don't pity me. Every story has their own eyes to see. Believe me when I say stay positive and strong, and don't ever feel wrong. It is okay not to be okay. Love will win and soul will delight. Never say you're alone, for I am here with you to fight. Thank you.
That was very awesome, Beulah. Thank you for sharing that beautiful poem. Our next poet comes from the North, Turtle Mountain Community College, Christina Martel. You know who else comes from Turtle Mountain? Leonard Peltier, he was just released from amazing.
This is called Love's Secret. Thou hast won my heart. I live and die for thee. You are my love, my life, how I prayed for thee. Though I know life without thee might as well be evermore spent being free. If I had met you, for time and space may have brought a friendship I can barely replace. When I see that warm embrace, a smile upon your face.
Maya for sharing. Our next poet comes from Bismarck, North Dakota, at the United Tribes Technical College, Kirkland Duchesneau. I used to live in Bismarck myself. It's not for the weak, especially in those winters now. It's really tough up there, but you guys are brave for living there. Thank you for coming.
Hello, everybody. My name is Kirkland Taylor Duchesneau. I come from the Cheyenne River Sea Reservation, attending the United Tribes Technical College. I just want to say thank you for taking time out of your day to listen to me. This poem is about Zigdala Luzaha, swift bird. In this little community with nothing but despair, there's nothing but trouble and heartaches and nothing but alcohol and diseases. This is a place where I was born, a place I don't want to be. I can remember my grandmother and my grandfather saying, down there at the old agency, that's where we used to live. Back in the day, those were the trees were growing for all the animals, for fruitful, and everything you get from the medicines, and the clean water that you could drink. This place we talk about, we want you to keep this going, to keep it in your heart and your mind forever, to let your people know and other people know that this is a story of ours and our people of the Lakota. Be proud of who you are. Be thankful that you're here, that you're blessed to see another day. I asked, Grandma, why do you say this to me? I'm too young. Why are you saying this to me now? Grandfather said, listen to your grandma and listen to us, for this will help you in the future to help your people. These people will depend upon you and will look for you. Maybe one day. Thank you.
Woo!
Kuopila, Tayana Chanu. Our next poet we'll have up is from Stone Child College from Montana, Amber James. Okay, Amber is not here, so we'll move on to the next poet from Southwestern Indian Polytechnic Institute, Auberon Sinajini.
Yate Shikeret Shidinere. Yate Shikeret Shidine. Abran Neo Synergy Ganeshne. Nishfinigi a Beshbish Aki Nishle. Greek Ata Bashishchin. Azores Bashish Che. Sisnajini Bashinawi. I am learning my language. I am so excited, blessed, and honored to learn. I am finally recovering parts of ourselves that have been violently taken from our grandparents. I feel like learning Dene will give me depth, foundation, dignity, warm nurturing strength, patience, and understanding that will guide me to help me grow into myself. In turn, grow into the role I serve in my community. Reinforce and deepen my role for our children, our sisters, our elders, our brothers, and my lovers. Hearing my language spoken reminds me of soft, calming whispers and swishes, like the wind blowing up and around rocks, hills, and plants, almost like the ocean wishing and washing waves in and about rock formations. Mixed with nasal and guttural expressions, like the innocent and precious four-legged animals, whose heart you can feel so prevalent in their eyes, emotions, movements, and sounds. I secretly believe that maybe learning to speak an indigenous language that is in your blood through the familiar movement of your mouth and sounds through your ears connected to your brain may activate ancient DNA and unconsciously of thought flows and patterns of our ancestors may emerge in our own, as well as a way of being and our relationships to reality. My teacher told us our elders will go outside and talk to the world out there, such as the mountain, the sky, and plants, etc. Now when I am alone in nature, I take time to give attention to my relationship of the solitude of me and the trees, the ground, the background noises, of insects, birds, animals, wind and silence, and sky. Now when I'm late to class, I don't rush anymore. I breathe and spend time with the sun, sky, geese, grass, and ground, as I walk to class. Now realizing that these are parts of my life that deserve my attention. And now they don't have to see me rush by. So now I try to allow everything to take the time it needs and trust it will all work out.
Thank you, Avram, for sharing the strong words with us. And it is a reminder to keep learning our language. Languages are so beautiful, and we have so many amazing poets that have said words in their language. And to welcome another relative from the South, from Dene College, we got our next poet, Madison Begay. So Madison will be coming up, and I'm just going to get down on the floor. So she'll be performing from right here. So she'll be here. And very thankful for the opportunity again. I thank the TCU staff that helped to put this together, and the TCJ staff who also put this together. American Indian College Fund, and all of the other sponsors who put this together for this beautiful night. And thank you all, too, for sticking around and wanting to hear some beautiful poems and some wichoye, washake, some strong words to help inspire us and keep us going. Okay, Wopila. Now here is Madison Begay.
Woo!
I'm from Dene College. And my poem is called More Than My Disability. Hospital gowns swallow me whole, scratchy fabric against pale skin, beepy machines, endless white walls, sterile scent of disinfectant. Fix me, they say. Fix what? I'm not broken. My knees scream, skin raw and red. Can't you see it hurts? 30 seconds feel like forever. Sweat beads on my forehead. Can't they see? Pills as big as my palm, a rainbow of capsules and tablets, 5, 6, 7, 8 at a time. Bitter taste coating my tongue, day after day after day, no break. Blue pills, red pills, white pills, yellow pills. Why keep trying? Test after test, blood draw after blood draw. My veins collapse, they search for more. I'm a human pincushion, a lab rat. Milestones slip away, first bike ride, first dance, first drive, all stolen by a body that isn't broken but won't let me live. 16 comes and goes, no keys in my hand, no wind in my hair. Just wheels, ramps, and lifts, cold metal against my palms, thousands of dollars to drive, do they just want my money? My body a puzzle they can't solve, x-rays and scans crowd the walls. My life is cycle of the same room, only the hospital changes. Fluorescent lights burn my eyes, my childhood lost in medical charts. Pages and pages of symptoms and tests. Anger burns in my chest, heart pounds against my ribs, frustration claws at my throat, tears threaten. I want to scream, to break something, to make them understand. But the anger still simmers, the frustration still boils. When will they see me? Not just my symptoms, not just the problem to solve, but me, whole and human. Despite it all, I'm more than my disability.
Thank you again, Madison, for sharing your beautiful words with us. Our next relative coming to share some strong words will be a poet from Haskell named Millicent Tapedo. I love that. She brought the flag and everything. That is awesome. What a beautiful ribbon skirt as well. Amazing.
My name is Millicent Tapedo, and I come from the Otalia tribe of Montana and the Kiowa tribe of Oklahoma. And the poem today will be titled Home. I sit in the quiet, dark, blue-toned dome, and it smells like cleaner. 1,000 miles separate me and my home. I am a one-person play, a balancing act, holding myself together as I walk my sister to her car. I miss the cold mountain winds and swimming in the springs. My heart aches for home, and this feeling is embedded in me permanently. Even when I make the room mine, the knife twists. Because somewhere along the lines, I've lost the little pieces that made that tribe mine to even begin with. A visit home does no justice to all that I've missed. A death, a birth, and all that I've ever known, a seemingly never-ending list of people, places, and names that have all slipped through my fingers. And with every visit home, I will always tell them, I've really missed this.
Millicent for sharing a beautiful poem. Our next poet also comes from Haskell, and we would like to bring up Lauren Callis up. Thank you for making the trip all the way this way. It's amazing to see people from so far coming up to our Black Hills, and very happy to have you.
Hi guys, my name is Lauren Callis. I'm a senior here at Haskell Indian Nations University. I'm Muskogee and Cherokee, and I'm so grateful to be here. So glad they called my name. This poem is called My Haskell Journey. All right, let me paint the scene. The year was 2020. My whole world had come to a stop. No cars, no school. That whole part of my life just got cropped. I took that time to educate me, self-school. Walked outside to my first period, learned from watching the trees and speculating how each organism worked together now that they were all free. I know my soul felt the same. 2020, it seemed like everything that year changed. I sat there thinking about the next step, thinking about school. Looked at high school and thought, can I really be dual? Do my ancestors qualify all the way back then? Man, no matter my fears, I had a voice in the back of my head telling me I should be at high school right here. All those years in school, looking crazy, celebrating Columbus and conquistadors, just as I was told. Memorize the lies within each tribe, ace the test, keep moving up each grade, positioning my proximity closer and closer to working in the white man's world. But I always knew there was more bestowed within me, a powerful force destined to show itself in its full glory. Made my way to Lawrence, moving on up. I remember my first day, pushing past Lawrence borders. The clouds, gloomy. The cars, slow. No sun in sight, even made the pedestrians low. I walked to class, smiling behind my mask. Hi, be my friend. The freshman in me hoped, only to look around and see hope was a last thing on everyone's minds. I mean, rightfully so. There were no more rooms in the dorms, so 30 minutes back to my first apartment at 18, here I go. Throughout those 5 years, I had my head low, but my eyes laser focused on anything I could learn about indigenous tribes. Because for my entire life, I was brainwashed to settle for the lies. God put me in front of legends, such as Daniel Wildcat, Cole brings plenty. And a university directly linked to the piece of my family I always yearned for. My name is Lauren Callis. I'm a part of the Muskogee and Cherokee nations of Oklahoma, with lineage from Nigeria and Ghana. I learned how to represent and be proud of all of me at Haskell Indian Nations University. And look where we are now. It's 2025, and I'm looking everyone here in the eye, making sure what my ancestors did still applies. I walk their path with open eyes. Their echoes rise, they never die. I honor them as time complies. Their strength remains, they never die. Their fire burns where my soul resides. What's next, you may ask? I'll be studying Indigenous film and media to help spread light on Indigenous stories, history, and joy. And for that, I will always thank Haskell Indian Nations University.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much for sharing really strong Bichoye tonight. And, we all should be really proud of the colleges that we come from. I know I'm always proud to say that I am a Oglala Lakota College alumni myself. I got a BSW in 2021 and went on to even instruct at the college. That was really fun. And, I just commend you all for getting your education. And, you all should be so proud of yourselves. Give yourselves a hand. Our next poet comes to us from the White Earth Tribal Community College, Alexis Periel. You guys see her coming in the beautiful blue ribbon skirt and the cocoa scarves. I love it. Kokum scarf, Masani scarf, Bunchi scarf, covering collar.
Ontario, and I'm representing White Earth Tribal and Community College. This is my poem, Pack a Punch.
We told them there's bodies in the landfill. We told them there are sisters to be found. So pack me a punch that'll hit me harder than the negligent government of Canada. And in the heart of Winnipeg, where the sun forgets to shine, we dig deep through the layers of the earth, past the plastic, the paper, the promises tossed aside, searching for echoes, lost remnants. And if you listen, there is a rhythm in the rubbish, a pulse in the trash, bodies wrapped in silence like secrets buried deep. They say out of sight, out of mind, but these ghosts, they linger in the stench of regret, in the weight of our fingers, digging through memories, past the bottles and cans, finding fragments of lives, of women and men, and our two-spirit siblings. So pack me a punch that'll hit harder than the brown remains of Morgan Harris. Can you feel it? The pain, the truth, the beauty in decay. We tread lightly over generations of dreams. We put up billboards in Winnipeg, questioning drivers passing by whether to search the landfill or not. Taking a jab at their morals while they drive by in their Jeep Cherokees and their Pontiacs. So I stand here with dirt on my hands, with a voice loud enough to challenge the Canadian government, facing the odds to honor the lost, to reclaim what was ours in this mountain of sorrow. So pack me a punch that'll hit me harder than the weight of our screaming in silence, for the bodies in the landfill, for the lives that we dream. We turn garbage to gold. We make meaning from waste. So hear me now as I stand before you. In the silence of sorrow, I'm taking a stand for every soul buried, for each life that we lost. For Morgan Harris, say her name! We'll rise from the rubble and pack a punch. Miigwech.
Thank you so much, Alexis, for sharing that important message with all of us. Now, we have a relative from the Red Lake Nation, Red Lake Nation College, Scott Lynn.
Self-talk. I'm enamored by the free fall of leaves in the autumn. It helps me reflect on the descent to rock bottom. I was playing possum, while needing substance, ironically which I consumed in abundance. I always had the excuse of watching the death of a parent. It's apparent that I'm a wounded healer in hopes of changing in any way of how I feel her. Mama taught me unconditional love with a side of trauma. In the last 9 years, I've made progress, modest. Outside my home, the intent is to pacify, while on the inside, my pain and loss has metastasized. Offering service and overcommit, omit myself when I offer grace. On the bright side, my children are the earth to me. What hurts the most because they tend to get the worst of me. Which is why I'm leading towards balance. I just hope I'm up for the challenge. I say this in the name of healing, ensuring my children can live without experiencing my feelings.
Wopila Scott for sharing. Now, we just have a few poets left in this first round. And our next poet we will be announcing is from Stone Child College, Montana, Ray Frissett. And that shirt's Ata Cho Snaz. That's a fancy shirt right there.
Hello, everyone. Today, my poem is called The Shining Stars in Humanity. Also, forgive me if I kind of take a little bit, my throat's kind of... The stars shine bright for all their life, bringing beauty, light, warmth. Humanity can shine bright as stars, living the same. There are many types of stars. They still shine together despite the differences. May humanity be able to show the same courtesy, for both the stars and humanity are capable of destruction and beauty. Stars don't live forever, yet they still shine bright in the dark despite. Humans don't live forever, yet they can still shine together as stars do. Then.
Thank you so much for sharing. Our next poet will be coming to us from Dene College, Terrence Woody.
Terrence Woody, I'm representing from the Dene College. My poem is called Land of Gold. Land of gold. My home is a land of gold, not the kind sought to take and hold. Our gold is in Mother Earth, where sunrise glows, and traditions whispered in the stories that flow. My grandfather, Shiche, with prayers in his heart, still passed down our ways, never drifting apart. He prayed to Yadashita, Father Sky, but held Shema Hassan, the land close. Taught me the beauty of both, what mattered the most. I grew up wild with my cousins to play, dirt on our knees, chasing throughout the day. The gold was in laughter and bruises in the air, and the warmth of the land that taught us to care. They came for riches, but never could see. Our gold wasn't what they wanted to be. It's in our storytellings that we share, in the skies and the love's quiet prayer. Some of us hurt, turn to alcohol or drugs, trying to escape through numbing shrugs. But they are our family, still part of our kin, learning to heal even as they begin. We're still searching for our sisters, lost in the wind, carrying their names, our hearts aching within. Some will forgive, others hold on tight, but we stand together through the darkest night. For we are still here through every storm, living in our land of gold. We are reborn. Yeah.
Sorry.
Thank you again. Thank you again for sharing. We have another relative next from Dene College, And that will be Dehanoa Yazi. Dehanoa Yazi. I love your outfit.
Gat shik edo shidane, ado ne nislaniki kitachini nislan. Haba bashish chin, but ani dashiche, kia ani dashanele. Tabian to sky that nasha, yisi haldat, yisi nale halgate, look at halgate that nasha. I got ego jiken shle. Hello everyone, my name is Denoa Yazi, and I am representing Dene College. This poem was once called My Tribal College Love Story. I know you all have one of those. But recently I changed it to Treaties of Love. Made from the green chili of a New Mexico sun, he resembles the color of Acoma Pueblo oven bread. Though his bloodline establishes his four clans, but his dad let him grow up a cowboy, riding bulls, chasing cattle. However, he let the city lights consume him. Though I desire his long, deep woven curls, dark wash Wranglers with a tucked in white shirt, and his turquoise choker peeking through. He is a child of God, he is a child of the Lord, but saved by God. But when he looks at me, sweet Navajo love songs play. Somehow a language he doesn't know makes sense. From across the nation, he steals my heart. In this little tribal college, I meet a boy who isn't related to me by any of my four clans. Remarkably, astoundingly, us Navajos know that all too well. However, this isn't love, but why we should love immensely. Because imagining the purest form of love is understanding the resiliency of our matriarchies. As Indigenous women, we give our hearts, our bodies, our children, our dreams, building up half the men we truly deserve. Love is always theirs to keep. My love was yours to keep. For all the men we truly loved, I hope we never have to make peace with someone who treats love like peace treaties. Thank you.
Sharing your beautiful words with us. We have two more poets. And this poet coming up next comes to us from the Chichanhu Oyate Sinte Gleshka University, Jordan Arrow.
Jordan Arrow. This piece I've been working on, I call That My Child May Have Peace. An old man once pled into doubtful young ears, our reckoning be honest much sooner than appears. As survival is not my anticipation, your life shall be my continuation. So doubt me not, please heed my word. The end is nigh, as now you've heard. Don't turn your back into the sign, the trail of spirits and earth align. A spectacle you should not fear. It happens almost every year. But on that night, which happens soon, a wildfire sparks under a hunter's moon, where long on arid wind it carries, spread by ember to drought-stricken prairies, to set ablaze and burn asunder, until the days of rolling thunder, when a great downpour shall bring relief. Unfortunately, it is all too brief. The heavy rain shall never break, cast the flash flood in its wake. With devastation many flee, their flight marred by futility, for hail the size of grapefruit falls, breaking bone and crushing skulls. Though it is bad, it too shall end, but hopefully you comprehend. This is the start of a greater thing. Unnatural beauty shall the next day bring. Halo is born of the fire and ice, shall surround the sun and encircle it twice. Yet still there shall be something greater. The sky shall dance over the equator, and midnight be as bright as day. But all shall not turn out that way, for great darkness is soon to fall, and this shall be the end of all. So with all that was and shall ever be, I hope that you fare better than me.
Jordan for sharing an awesome poem with us. And we have one more poet tonight, and we're very fortunate to have Natasha Littlewind with us from Changdeshka Chinkana Community College. Despite their bus being broke down, Natasha still made it.
Thank you for excusing my lateness. This is just a quick poem I wrote for my mom. She was diagnosed with cancer in December, and I lost her in January. So between Washington, D.C. and now, it's pretty fresh. But this is called Mama. Long live the mother, the ancestral DNA. The power of her breath ran through the generations. We see first light when forced from between her thighs. This is the beginning of what we call that earthly life. Mother, oh mother, the carrier of all life on this earth, as the ground we walk on, its plates shift every day. The fire beneath turning for ages upon ages. A mother's love never really changes. There is the love of the mother from daughter and son to grandchild and great-grandchild. The chain of her love keeps going strong. Never forget that love in each day, for we have become a world filled with too much hate. Guard your soul and be what's right. Mama said it's going to be all right. Her light may have left her body, but her spirit we hold daily in that bloodline ancestral native DNA. Pidamare.
Well, Pila Tanka for sharing, and thank you for still wanting to come up and share your poem with us. Well, this concludes our first round of our poetry slam. Everybody, Mitakepi. This is awesome. Really awesome. Thank all the poets for sharing their amazing voices. And while we have the scores tallied, we'll take a brief intermission. And as a part of my duties here tonight, Mitakepi, I will be sharing a song or two, but it's okay to keep talking and, mingling amongst yourselves and getting a bathroom break or snack break, whatever, Chun-Li break. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, just return in about 5 minutes or so. Kailangan Maya.
All right.
gonna hunt down Colton. Great job.
Thank you.
Can you take this?
What?
Where's Colton?
Colton.
Okay. Thank you. Sure. Do I still gotta be the cameraman?
You don't want to, you don't have to.
My shoulder's hurting a little bit. Is that okay?
Yeah. Let's take it off here. Try to have to message Neil and ask him to pop it. It's pretty fancy
they
get
put
it.
on the,
It's all the basketball stuff.
They put it on the YouTube, so right
Everybody who's listening, I'm going to just share a song about self-love, self-care, and I love to sing in my language. I love to sing in Lakota, because first I am Lakota. I love to sing lots of genres, but you know, this is an important part of my being is my language, so I was taught about affirmations and talking kindly to yourself.
Oh, you guys are moving?
And I was asked if I ever talked kindly to myself. And that was a hard question to answer because I really don't. I'm always so hard on myself.
Is she teaching you?
And
She's kind of tired.
I needed to learn to speak more kindly to myself and empower myself. Because our words mean a lot. If you talk to water, the composition of water changes. And we're made up of a great percentage of water. So what will happen when we talk to ourselves kindly?
I could stop doing stuff.
It's going to make a difference. So
it stops, or